Hey guys, it's Emma. In today's video, we're going to be doing a super cool Q&A collab with one of my longtime subscribers, Sawilson. His channel is very similar to mine, so here is a 10-second trailer of what he does on his channel.
Here it is, it's a 1995 Mazda Miata. Oh, headshot! You got me, you got me.
In today's video, I will be asking Sawilson 15 questions. On his channel, he will be posting a video of me answering those same 15 questions. So after you watch this video, head over to his channel and watch the video of me answering the same 15 questions. Link in the description. Okay, so the first question is, what is your favorite Nerf gun?
I would probably have to say the Nerf Strife, mainly because of its modification abilities. I have 3 or 4 modified Strifes right now, 5 sitting over there that's not completed. If you saw in the intro clip, the really powerful, really loud gray with the green stripe gun is actually a Strife. So as you can see here in the front, I actually did the lettering myself by hand. If you can't tell, it's not that good. But I tried. But over here on the side, because I'm using a LiPo battery, it has to have this extended battery case. I didn't want that to begin with, but that's what had to happen. Extended mag release. This is the front of a modulus gun. I actually have a little bit of 2 pieces of wood on the sides here to keep it from wiggling around, so it's nice, sturdy in place. This is a worker 30-inch barrel that I have glued into this, so I can actually remove this as one piece.
So the second question is, what do you use to film your YouTube videos?
I used a variety of things. Behind this curtain is a shelf, and in one of the top drawers up here I have a box full of cords and cameras that I used or don't use anymore. However, right now as my main camera I use a Canon DSLR EOS 750D, and it's pretty nice. No, I don't mean to put down any other camera maker, but Canon. I have mainly used the DSLR for videos because it is the easiest to work with and you can take pictures with it at the same time.
I definitely agree with you on the Canon. The Canon's really, they're the best. So the third question is, what is your favorite holiday and why?
I would probably say Thanksgiving. We always have some event for Thanksgiving. It's always a fun time, and this Thanksgiving, because of COVID, I think we're gonna stay here because we don't want to get the elderly people of the family sick.
So the next question is, who is your favorite YouTube creator?
I have like a top 5 list. I would have to put you there. Like I said, I've been subscribed for a long time. I've seen videos from way back for your arsenal and just the upgrade, and then now your videos you do now. In terms of like a top 5, it'd have to be you. Then I'm also a car guy, so the Stradman, Daily Driven Exotics, It's Just a 6, and then there's a guy here local in town with a YouTube channel called Fresh Exotics with E and the A as a 3 and a 5.
Yeah, that sounds super awesome, and thank you for that. The fifth question is, when did you start liking Nerf?
I can't exactly remember when I got one. I know I was little. I know I had some friends who had some, and I think they got me into it.
The sixth question is, what inspired you to make YouTube videos?
This is gonna go way, way back. The first video I ever did on that channel, I think, was 5 years ago, and I was inspired to do that channel because there was a guy called Eric's Trains who's big in the model railroading community who was doing YouTube videos about his model trains, and since I was in model trains at that time and still am, I was inspired to make videos myself. As I started to do more with my life and got other hobbies, I decided to create the second channel that I mainly use right now called Sawilson.
Oh wow, so you go far back.
Oh yeah, I've been uploading content for quite a bit.
The next question is, how many Nerf guns do you own?
I don't know. Let me put it this way. Outside of my room right here, I have like this little corner of the house all to myself for all my Nerf stuff. It got so piled up that we had to take some of the Nerf guns and put them in a storage shed. Too many is obviously not a good answer because you can't have too many Nerf guns. I definitely need some space because I have quite a bit.
Okay, so the next question is, what food do you not like the most?
There's a lot I don't like. If I had to pick something that I absolutely would not eat, I'd have to say broccoli.
The next question is, have you ever thought of modding a Nerf gun? And as we know, you do have a lot of Nerf guns that are modded.
Ever thought about it? Oh yeah, I thought about it and it was like, you know, that sounds like a really bad idea, but it sounds like I'd have a fun time doing it. And then it got me into a whole bunch of other modifications. First modified gun I ever did, and I still have it, it was a Strife. I painted it white. It looks terrible because I didn't sand it properly. And the only modifications I did was I literally went inside the blaster and I twisted the resistor so that it bypassed it and all the current went into it, and I basically just ran double A's. I didn't even have IMRs at that point. I think that's what they're called. But I didn't even run any modified battery at that point.
Ah, that's super cool. So the next question is, what other hobbies do you have?
I've sort of mentioned a lot of them over the time. Main other hobbies right now are trains. I like real and model trains. I've done filming of both. I like cars a lot. I like taking pictures of cars. I like videoing them. I like driving them. I like going to look at them. I like working on them. And then also photography and videography / editing and stuff like that. I do have a mixture of a lot of editing software I use. I have Filmora 9. I use it every now and then. I have Premiere Pro. I use that a lot mainly.
I use Filmora for like all of my videos, so I love using that editing software. It's just really cool. So the next question is, what is your go-to Nerf gun for battle?
As a primary, I'm obviously choosing what I call the Stryon. It's the Strife Centurion that I mentioned earlier. As a secondary, and I actually have to work on it soon because it's broken right now. One of the zombie strike, hammer strikes, I think is what it's called. I really love this one, especially because it has this front end kit. I also have a side holster for that, so I can carry it on my leg and I don't have to worry about having it flop around. I have this. I forgot where I think I got this at a military surplus store. Oh, I also got this at the same military surplus store. It's a ski mask, so when going into Nerf wars I can look like this and scare people. So that's pretty much my whole loadout, and I've used it once because I haven't gotten a chance to use it since because COVID.
Wow, that's really cool. I love it. The next question is, what is your favorite place to go for dinner?
I don't go out too often, but I like Olive Garden.
Olive Garden's so good. Their breadsticks, so good.
Oh yes, the breadsticks and pizza, 10 out of 10.
So the next question is, what is your dream car?
I have a notebook, and the first 2 pages are full of cars that I've seen that I would want to own one day or want to make one day, because a lot of the cars I have on that list are cars that have been modified to a certain point. But if I was to pick one car out of the whole list, it would be a Lamborghini Murcielago SV. They are about $500,000 because of the rarity. With the Murcielago, it's a lot more of a, you get in the car and it's almost like it's gonna take you for a ride and you have to control it. Control you until you can control it, whereas, you know, any other Lamborghini that they've made since then is more of a, it just goes.
I know nothing about cars, but all I know is that Lamborghinis look super cool and they're always really fun to like ride in. The next question is, do you like hot or cold weather better?
I would have to say hot weather, and there's a long explanation for it, but it basically goes, about a few years ago, I went to Minnesota. We were camping for a week, but this was during literally the day after Christmas till the first day of the new year. The temperature there got down to -35, going from a Christmas where it's maybe in the 20s and 30s to where it never gets above 0. It's an experience that you'll never forget, and I actually got frostbite a little bit on the tip of my left hand pointer. Now, it's not too bad from what I've heard. It was so close to becoming actual frostbite that when it gets cold enough, say under 50 degrees, it will go numb again before any of the rest of my fingers. I can have a feeling in all of my 9 fingers except this one.
-35, oh my gosh, that's so low. For the final question, this is the most juicy question. It is asking if you have any secret projects coming up.
I'm gonna go ahead and go over the Nerf stuff first, and then I'll just go over everything else. So in terms of secret projects and Nerf guns, we have a slingshot. It's the zombie strike one. It's the, I forget it. I'm looking at it and I think it's the slingshot, or the little pump that you use your hand and go, it's like front and back.
I think it's called the sling fire.
Sling Fire, yeah, that's what it is. I have the Sling Fire that I actually have a worker front-end kit for that looks really freaking cool that I haven't installed yet. I have the AK-47, which I actually have a full auto kit for that. And I think that might be about it in terms of the Nerf upcoming projects. I have merch coming out really soon. I've already ordered some for myself and it should be here before Thanksgiving. And it is about the Corvette that I just bought because I need a little bit of money to pay that off. I have the whole secret project with that where it's going to be the engine swap and then a supercharge. Something that no one besides anyone on my social knows about is I just bought a 1996 Volvo 850 station wagon that has a blown engine. I bought it for $200. It was a steal because everything else works. It has a manual transmission and the engine's going to be as simple as dropping the front portion of it, swapping the engine out, and it's good to go. Also, a secret project coming up is literally tomorrow I'm going to pick up a Mazda Miata. I've been wanting one forever, and this guy happened to be selling his for cheap because it's broken, and I said, hey, it's easy to fix, I'll buy it off of you. So I'm going to buy it, going to fix it up real quick for a video, and then the build on that's going to start. I'm going to engine swap it for the second gen Miata engine, turbo it, and have the exhaust come out the hood. I think that might be just about all the secret projects I have coming up besides me making merch for every other project I have and the upcoming camera equipment.
Oh wow, that is so much.
I have some videos planned.
So that is the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for collaborating with me, Sawilson. And yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. Like if you want to see more of us collabing. Peace out.